Good morning, everybody. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas. This is the YMCA, and it's the quarterfinals here in the Ladies Professional Racquetball Tour. My name's Tim Baghurst, joined shortly by Sandy Rios. Sandy Rios is one of the tournament directors for this event, and a big sponsor, by the way, of this event, and also on the LPRT Board of Directors. Big thank you to her, and especially Mike Cantu as well, who's the tournament director for this event. We're so happy to be back here again. Joined for this match by Asher Baghurst, my son, for us. Statman. We had some great stats in game one between Longoria Salas that really helped to dictate or explain who won and why. Who won was Longoria in two very close games against Samantha Salas. Will we see the same here in this matchup? It's the one seed Vargas taking on Keilani Lawrence, who had a fine win yesterday in a tiebreaker over Carla Munoz from Chile. So it's Argentina against USA. Vargas is the new world number one. She earned that courtesy of her finish in Boston. Didn't win the tournament, but did enough to get the points to determine her status as world number one. Through the legs from Lawrence, but Vargas, crisp forehand down the line, earns the side out. These two have met each other 5 times previously. Big thank you to Todd Boss, Pro Racquetball Stats, for keeping these records. Vargas leads 4-1. She won the first two, Lawrence with the third, and then the last two have gone back to Vargas. And you're going to see a very confident Vargas playing today. You saw that in the last rally, 3-shot rally, excellent serve, return, and then put it away. I think we're going to get a foot fault call. Second serve. And Lawrence with the side out. Wow. Bending low was Maria Jose Vargas to hit that shot. Oh, just missed it on our screen. So excellent start from Lawrence, getting in the service box. Now she needs to start capitalizing.
Playing nice with the manager because we got in trouble again.
So, hey, Sandy, this is my chair. I'm going to get you another.
No, I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to sit.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
I'll get you a chair.
A lot of the fans around us. By the way, a big attendance here on Friday morning watching these matches. And we got another foot fault. And Vargas is just asking which foot is causing the foot fault. And it is the front foot. If it completely extends beyond that front red line, it's a fault. Some hard drives from Vargas. The defense from Lawrence got her the opportunity. She took it side out. Sandy's back with us. Sandy, I already introduced you, so
Oh, well, thank you. Just running around, trying to get my exercise. Putting out fires again.
life in charge, Sandy.
No, just the gopher, just the gopher.
Opportunity for Lawrence.
Oh.
Skipped it.
And one thing Lawrence can't do is that, right? You've got to set up, you've got her off to one side. You cannot skip that ball in.
Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching from. Vargas trying to throw in a jam serve. Lawrence with a quick duck hit the back wall, second serve.
She did pretty good not getting hit with that one. Oh,
Three-shot rally. Loose return from Lawrence. Sandy, we talked about this yesterday. If you look at the skirt of Lawrence, the left side is hitched up. You said that was a movement thing.
Right. Okay, it's similar. I don't play in long sleeves. Do long sleeves really inhibit my ability to move my arms? Not particularly. However, it's the feeling that the skirt can get caught on your leg that will mentally affect you. So they hike it up and tuck it in their tights so that it does not. I have a doubles partner, not you, who we laugh at because every time he takes a shot off the back wall, he mentally hikes his shorts. Didn't even know he was doing it.
Skip ball from Vargas. Yeah, an example of that might be players who touch their eyewear in the middle of rallies.
Exactly.
We should do a stat for that. We'll do a stat for that.
How many times they push them back on their face?
Yes, because it happens a lot and we don't even notice. Nice shot from Vargas.
Lawrence thinking it was 2 bounces and getting the nod that, yes, it was a good get from her corner. Yes, I think it's more a mental thing than I think it's a physical hindrance. But I don't play in a skirt, so I couldn't tell you.
Wow, great pickup from Lawrence, but not that time from Vargas. 4 serving 1. Good start from the world number 1. Holly Scott, Malia Bailey, mom of Kehlani Lawrence, is over to our right coaching. Vargas is supported by Argentina head coach Carlos Quadri. I think we're going to add that stat to our list for Statman here in maybe the Mejia Longoria match. I know Longoria has a tendency.
Is noted for that, right?
Just an interesting one.
Ooh.
Big skip. Well, in our stats from game 1, our match 1, we saw in that second game it went 15-14. We saw 13 unforced errors in that match. We already have 4 in this first game, 2 by both players.
Obviously, I would logistically think that the higher your unforced error is, the lower your score is going to be. Correct?
Agreed.
So, obviously.
Unless you're one of those players who rolls balls and you can roll more than you skip.
Right. I mean, obviously, you can still win and have more unforced errors because because you overwhelm your opponent.
That should be just a replay. Mm-hmm. And you could see that ball going very wide. The referee's just asking to check the ball. It did hit Vargas. We saw, for example, Salas very sweaty in her match,
right,
as was Longoria. So a ball hits a player. Just check that there's no wetness on that ball.
Right, and if you know the consistency, the material of a racquetball, if it's wet and it hits a surface, it skips. It picks up speed. It does unexpected things. So.
So Vargas is starting to take a stranglehold on this first game. She leads 6-1. First serve percentage from Vargas, 75%. That's high for her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, if you're Vargas, why not?
Yeah, that's how she plays. It's how she plays.
It's, she goes for the ball. Yeah, and I think we're going to find a lot of women who normally aren't super sweaty are going to get that way. It's going to be humid today. It is South Texas. It did rain. Yeah. He's going to give her a replay, and technically she wants the pinch, but she doesn't get the pinch.
We already have two semifinalists. Montse Mejia, the 3 seed, took out Gabriela Martinez, 15-6, 9-15, 11-4, and will take on 2 seed Paola Longoria, who won 15-14, 15-11. I think those scores got entered backwards. It was actually 15-11, 15-14.
Right.
But either way, Longoria advances to face the 3 seed. And we also have Herrera taking on Parrilla in our other quarterfinal that's currently going on. Clean winner from Vargas, earns the side out, 6 serving 2.
The difference in the two styles we've got here, we've got Vargas who shoots everything, right?
And Kalani is the chaser.
More the defensive player. She gets you on her defense. She can be offensive.
And there's a great example. A great example of how defense forces a mistake from the opponent, just getting another ball back.
Right. Yeah.
Splat winner from Vargas was very
Beautiful.
pretty. And I think you and I would agree Vargas probably has, or close to it, the best backhand in the women's game.
I think so, because she'll take it shoulder high and rip it for a winner.
She can win points on the backhand.
Yes.
From anywhere.
Right. And she'll take the low shot and rip it, and she'll take the pinch. She'll take the splat. She's, her backhand is as good as, if not the best, right?
Tremendous reverse pinch winner from Lawrence. Question for you watching then. Who has the best backhand in the women's game? Put it in the chat box. Let's see what you think.
And it's like that.
Yeah, very
right?
clean, comfortable,
very clean.
confident.
She steps up. She doesn't try to roll it out. She hits it hard enough to get by Lawrence, soft enough it doesn't come off the back wall.
Still at 79% first serve percentage for Vargas. Adds to that statistic there. We'll get a replay. Vargas doesn't like it. Vargas, I feel like, could have swung. It was a safety holdup.
I do. I agree with you. And obviously safety, we're going to put that above everything, correct?
36 serves so far.
Yeah.
There's a great example of that backhand that is very, very confident.
Yes.
7 serving 2. No timeout from Lawrence. There it comes. 7-2. You've got in this. You've been in the service box. You've hit 15 serves and only won 2 points. So that seems to be a statistic that will need to change from Keilani Lawrence if she's going to get back into this first game. We're back in. Timeout from Lawrence from the USA, taking on Vargas, the 1 seed from Argentina. Second set of quarterfinals. And then we go into doubles. We have the round of 16 and quarterfinals today.
Oh.
Ooh, splat pass. The
Well,
splash,
no,
as
it's-
our friend Gary Masaroff calls it.
Yes, it's the funky shot that if we all could perfect, we would perfect. It's just the matter of how your spin catches that sidewall. And there's a serve that we saw from Vargas yesterday against Ross. I don't know what her service percentage was yesterday. I don't think we tracked it. But if Vargas serves like that, she's going to be a force.
Everything is built around the serve of Vargas, right? When you can only win points when you're serving, the serve becomes so valuable just like that.
Yep.
It's untouchable. Doubles coming up after.
Short.
Yep, doubles coming up after this. A pairing in the round of 16s that you will want to check in on. Very nice from Lawrence.
Yes.
Bending low, leg strength demonstrated in that shot. A new pairing that we haven't seen before. Frederic Lambert, Gabriela Martinez.
Yes.
I want to see those two play.
I hope that's one we're streaming because I think a lot of us would like to watch that.
Taking on Naomi Ross and Lexi York, Pan Am silver medalists from just a few weeks ago.
Oh, and there was a tentative backhand by Vargas, right? She just kind of, let me just put a racket on it and see what happens.
Almost felt too casual.
Mm-hmm.
Carla Munoz, Michelle Key, another interesting pairing. Loose serve from
Yeah.
Lawrence.
Yes, but that pairing, I think the best matchup, and I maybe not have it right, but I see Michelle on the backhand and Carla on the
Oh, yeah,
forehand.
probably. And then they're taking on another kind of long-standing pairing from a couple years ago, Jessica Parrilla, Ana Laura Flores. So
Yeah.
great to see Ana Laura back on tour.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's the outdoor of Lawrence, right? Cut the ball off, put it down.
I kind of felt like Vargas thought it was 2 bounces and kind of gave up on it, and Lawrence just made sure.
Could be. There was no argument from Vargas, right? She didn't even look back at her corner.
Unforced error starting to creep in on the Vargas side. That's 6 unforced errors
Ooh.
for Vargas.
Oh, ooh, nice
Wow, Lawrence
get.
got that up.
Oh.
More crisp hitting from Vargas. And crucially on unforced errors, when you're not playing rally scoring, unforced errors are okay when you're serving. You cannot
Right.
hit them when they're serving.
Right.
And that's why you look at unforced errors and you go, wow, 6-2, you'd expect Lawrence to be winning. No, because Vargas is making them when she's serving.
Right.
Just like that, another one. But Lawrence, no point earned from it.
Yeah. Oh.
Well,
A
there's
point
2
for-
unforced errors in a row from Vargas.
Oh.
And it's We didn't see this in the Salas-Longoria matchup. The number of unforced errors, the kind
No,
of
we didn't.
big mistakes. We saw a lot cleaner right now, these two going for a lot. Vargas wanted screen serve. Not called. And a pinch winner from Lawrence.
Well, and there's where we say, unless the ref calls it, you got to play it. You can always stop if he does call it, right? But just because you think it's a screen doesn't mean it's a screen.
Yeah, it's a bit sloppy from both players. Crucially on the winners, Vargas 19, Lawrence 9.
And that's a
No call.
No call.
Yeah, that was short from here.
Yeah. And it is, we're on the left-hand side of the court, so our ref can't come stand here. Our ref cannot stand here, so
right.
he's
we see it differently to our
right.
official.
And that was a very nice serve there.
I'd take another timeout if I'm Lawrence.
Oh, well, you are Lawrence. Okay, Tim Lawrence, I got it.
All right,
Yes.
timeout on the court. So a couple of points go Vargas's way. She leads 12, serving 5 in game 1. And we're back in. Tim Baghurst, Sandy Rios, Asher Baghurst doing the stats, and Jay Josie at the controls. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching from. It's a very humid and stormy day here in San Antonio.
Not particularly hot, but the stormy is.
It's warm out there. If you go out there, it's pretty warm now.
Wow.
I know you've been in the building for a while, Sandy. Early start for this tournament this morning. Good return from Lawrence, earning the side out. Like the timeout. It's 5-12. Lawrence needs to start hitting some winners. She's rallying, but is not finishing the points. And that's just a microcosm, that rally of what we've seen in this match so far. Lawrence going to the ceiling, keeping the ball up, but Vargas taking the shots.
Well, it started with the attack on the serve, right?
Oh, should be an avoidable hinder, I
That
think.
should be in a penalty hinder.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, don't you?
Yes, and she's looking back at her coach, and you see the very short nodding yes.
Carlos Quadri, I have a feeling, often agrees with the official just to keep Vargas in check.
Well, smart
Even if
coach.
he disagreed. It is smart
coach.
coaching.
Smart coach. Do you want your player upset, or do you want to calm your player down?
Or do you agree with the player so that they feel good about themselves that they got the right call?
No. No, because I think that breeds begging for calls. Oh, and there's that skinny Z serve that is so difficult to return.
It's so good.
Well,
Frederique Lambert told me that she invented it, but we've seen it on tour from Vargas in particular over the last 2-3 years.
Right. Well, she may have invented it, and I won't take that away from her. But
Vargas
has perfected it. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that was an ace serve, but it looks short from here.
Oh.
Yeah. It's funny because every time there's a contentious call, the Argentine coach Quadri looks over at us and is like, "What do you think?"
Because
we've
I am
disagreed.
standing. I am 6 inches taller than you guys sitting, right? So. And that's I'll give her that. That's a good safety one.
And it wasn't a Vargas out of position, out of control. That was I saw my opponent there,
and I
didn't swing all the way through on that one.
Right. And that's a short serve too. And I'm just going to say this for all of the Facebook refs. You guys want to think it's really easy. We have opportunities for good refs here at the LPRT. So,
that's a good shot.
yeah, it cracked out. Yeah.
So that's game one. Just like that, Vargas in control, 15-5. Well, let's take a look at some stats before we go to the break. 42 serves to 26. So think about this, Sandy. 68 serves for 20 points. So over a 1-in-3 ratio. They're not earning points when they're serving.
Not good.
Vargas, 10 fault serves to 5. Not surprising because she serves so many more. 76% first serve in. That's big for her. When she serves in on that first serve, she wins a lot of points. 81% for Lawrence. Longest run was 4 for Vargas, just 1 for Lawrence. 26 winners to 10. And then if we look at the ceiling balls, 9 for Vargas, 18 for Lawrence.
And Lawrence is more a defensive player. And so it makes sense, right? I think, personally, that she goes to the ceiling more than she should.
Agreed. We'll talk about that in a minute. 9 unforced errors to 4. Vargas hit more unforced errors, but crucially hit way more winners. And we just had the one avoidable. So there we have a big score line. Vargas in control, hitting the more winning shots. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a minute as players get ready for game 2. The mission of FSU Coach is to prepare and equip the next generation of coaches and sports professionals with best practices and current research to enable them to pursue excellence. We have 2 academic programs, the online graduate certificate, which is 4 classes, and also a 10-class master's in athletic coaching. Our graduate certificate and master's program can be started at any time, either the summer, fall, or spring. All of our classes have the word coach or coaching in them, and they're taught by coaches for coaches.
The types of classes that we offer focus on the athlete as a whole person. We focus on the theory and practice, the research, the helping skills, even some of the mental performance behind what it goes into being an athlete. I came to FSU Coach because I truly believed in the mission and the purpose of the program.
I think I have my dream job being a head coach at Florida State, but I know there's always more ways that I can help my athletes and better prepare as a coach, so I thought joining this master's program would help me learn different ways to attack my job. If you're interested in going into coaching or joining the FSU Coach program, I would just say don't even think about it and do it.
And away we go for game number 2, Vargas 15-5. Forehand pinch winner from Vargas. We were just getting a score update on our other quarterfinal. Sandy Rios, Alexandra Herrera into the semifinals, 15-2, 15-2.
Yeah.
Wow. That Jessica Parrilla played very well yesterday, earned her right to be in the quarterfinals, but Alexandra Herrera, that's a pretty significant scoreline.
Yeah, and what little I saw, because as I hit it over there, it was finishing. Herrera was hitting the ball extremely well. So, another voice has been heard from this week. Herrera appears to want to get herself back up into contention.
Right. She's won tournaments. She's been close to world number 1. She's been number 2. But last 12 months has not had the results that she's wanted. Did well in Chicago. Didn't quite make it. She's back in another semifinal, certainly solidifying herself as a top 4 player. Brenda Laime's title as top 4 player is probably in doubt after this.
Yes, and I don't know that it's because her quality at play has dropped as more as those that were on her heels have stepped it up. And there's that skinny Z again.
Jessica Parilla was the one who took out Brenda Laime in the round of 16 in a tiebreaker.
Ooh, beautiful shot.
What a shot. 5-0 just like that. Vargas is playing as a number 1 should.
Yes,
in
confident.
complete control,
Yeah.
confident, hitting her shots.
And she's attacking, right? There's no defense. Not that she can't play it, but she's attacking every shot.
She really is. She is feeling it. Lawrence is going to take a timeout. I think she has to. It is all Maria Jose Vargas at the moment. Back in just a moment.
I'm Jessica Parrilla and I play with Gearbox. A great athlete is about discipline, effort, constance, and before to be a great athlete, you have to be a great person. One of my future goals is be on the top 3 in the professional tour again. I did it once and I think I can go back there. I enjoy the passion of the game. I enjoy the passion of the life, of everything. And I always think like love is the first thing in everything. The things I think, the things I say, and the things I do are on the same line. And enjoy, because we don't know how long we're gonna be here. So enjoy and give love to others as much as we can.
Welcome back, everybody. We talked about the fact that points weren't being scored in that first game. Lots of serving. But look at this. 9 serves for Vargas, 78% first serve percentage. And here she is with 6 points. Very efficient play.
Oh,
Another example of Vargas making Lawrence cover a lot of court. Lawrence getting balls back. But Vargas is the one hitting them.
and it's when she's hitting well, that always helps. But she's not playing defense. She's making Lawrence play the defense, right?
Another outstanding serve. And Lawrence just can't put a ball away at the moment. We talked about the ceiling balls from Lawrence and hit 5 so far in game 2. That's something that you could practice. And I've done it with people I've worked with. Okay, you are not allowed to hit a ceiling ball in this game.
Yeah. And that's what forces you to be able to take a shot on the run. You know, people think, I have to have my feet set. I got to get everything right to shoot. No.
Well, it changes your mindset, too, from going
yes.
from defensive to offensive.
Yes.
Vargas, a little fist pump. 9 serving 0.
Yeah.
racing through this second game.
You agree. You have to be able to hit the ball on the run. You
Of
have to be
course.
able
At
to
this
take
level?
an offensive shot while your feet are moving. Yes, it will be better if you're set up, but you have to be able to. Nice shot by Lawrence.
Well,
Take
that's
an offensive shot while moving your feet.
I had a chat with Frédéric Lambert, who former world number 2, who hasn't been able to play much on tour because of her job.
Right.
She's an ER doctor.
Right, but we are covered medically. I've already checked that with Freddie's. She's got us covered if we have an emergency, so we're good to go there.
But one of the things I asked her about her training, she said, I train on the court. I can train by myself. When my feet are set, I hit a great ball, but I'm not used to playing people or hitting the ball. Oof.
No,
Vargas
that's
just
something.
relaxed.
Shoulder, just shoulder high. Let
Yeah.
me just roll it in the front corner.
Fourteen serves, 9 points for Maria Jose Vargas, 86% first serve. Has hit 11 winners and no unforced errors in this second game.
You can't get much cleaner than that.
That's a good serve.
Oh.
And very well done by Lawrence. Round of 16 doubles is just starting.
Oh, and there's a nice serve. Right, hug the wall, shot out, hug the wall. Just clean.
Some of these players have potentially 3 matches to play today. Singles, 2 singles. Oh, sorry, 4 matches and 2 doubles. But the higher seeds in singles are often well seeded in doubles.
Right.
Excellent serve from Vargas. I'm not sure what.
Oh,
okay.
He's going to call a court hinder. Yeah, Vargas doesn't like it because she won the point, but
Yeah.
it is, they've already donated that as a court hinder. We are going to call it.
Yeah, I think both players a little surprised by that call, but
Right.
neither of them asked for it, but it doesn't matter. It's okay, reset.
Yeah.
Vargas is playing textbook racquetball right now. Excellent drive serve, attacking the third shot, and then attacking again when that third shot is defended.
Oh, yeah. And Lawrence got caught going. She's looking for the skinny Z is what she was looking for. She recovered well, but not well enough to hit a good shot.
So timeout on the court. Let's just run through our round of 16s for doubles. Lambert Martinez taking on York Diaz. Very much looking forward to that one.
York who? Ross or Diaz?
It says York Diaz.
Oh, okay.
My understanding is Ross withdrew.
I think the hit she took yesterday in her singles
Right.
did not affect her, but evidently there is swelling. I've heard that she's having a little trouble vision. So because it didn't start yet, that Diaz was able to step in her place. Okay.
Okay.
That's confirmed.
So a little
okay.
change up there.
I
We've
had
got
heard that.
other round of 16s. Leon and Alou from, I don't know where they represent. They live in Florida, taking on
yes.
Colombia. I think they're originally from Cuba.
Right.
Taking on the Colombians, Amaya Riquelme. And then we've got Munoz and Key facing off against Flores and Parilla. That'll be a fun matchup, too.
Yes.
So we've got a few round of 16s. Several of these go, of course, straight into the quarters. Vargas and Mendez being one of them. Scott and Lawrence being one of the others.
And about Longoria and Salas, are they also straight in?
Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of goes without saying, but
Another
Yeah.
3-shot rally for Vargas, who is now at 13 serving 1. 14
it's-
winners to 4 in this second game.
Yeah, and it all starts with the serve. We can say this over and over, but it is the truth, right? You cannot argue with it.
Nice shot from Lawrence.
Yes.
Takes that third shot this time and puts it down. That's
And
better.
better by Lawrence, right? More shooting, less ceiling balls. Oh, and that's a nice cross court. Nice pass by Lawrence there. And that's what she's going to have to do to get Vargas out of center court, keep her feet moving. Too much. And I love the fact that Vargas is actually seen as the receiver, that skinny Z serve of hers. And
Loose
there-
serve that time.
Yes, not a good serve. And Lawrence showing she can hit offensively, correct?
We've had some slight changes in the times for our matches today. So just note that our semifinals start at 3:05 p.m. Central Time, 3:05 and 4:10. And then doubles quarterfinals follows that. I thought that was a little
Yeah.
bit short.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it to the angle we're at, Tim, as opposed to our ref, and possibly a little visual.
Match point, Vargas, right here. Not yet. Oh. My goodness, Kehlani Lawrence scrambling backwards. There's where you talk about you don't always have your feet set. Sometimes you got to shoot with moving feet, and she did that very
Right.
nicely.
Oh, and you saw the swing of Vargas. It was like every ounce of that barely dripping 100-pound wet into that shot, right?
And the serve percentage goes in favor of Lawrence in that sense. She got the serve in, but it was not a good serve and paid the price. There it is.
And you saw the patience of Vargas. She's like, okay, let me just flip this up. Why run really hard? I'm going to get another shot.
Well, let's take a look at the statistics in game 2. 27 serves to 12. 27 earned 15 points. So a lot more efficient than the first game for Vargas.
Yes.
One ace each. So just 4 faults from Vargas on those serves, which 85% first serve percentage from Maria Jose Vargas is very high for her.
It is, and you and I think we'll both agree it might be slightly lower because our vantage view of the serve was a little different on a few.
2 or 3 calls we could have
Yes.
argued.
Right.
But 19 winners to 9, that's a key differential. 5 ceiling balls to 13. Again, Lawrence being very defensive in her game. credit Vargas for forcing a lot of that.
Yes.
And then the errors, very few in that second game, just 1 for Vargas, 2 for Lawrence.
Yeah.
But if you look at that, 19 winners to 1 unforced error, you're going to win a lot of matches.
Yes. Well, and the whole thing is, Lawrence didn't hit a lot of unforced errors because the errors were forced.
Yes.
Or they were just winners by Vargas.
Right. Well, Vargas started brightly in that rally, in that second game, and just clawed her way to that victory 1 point at a time. Lawrence really just couldn't get into that second game, and as a consequence, it's Vargas who goes to the semifinal 15-5, 15-4, and will take on Alexandra Herrera. So we have our 4 semis, as we kind of expected. Herrera, a little upset there, getting there instead of Brenda Lime, but we got 1 and 5 taking on 2 and 3. We're going to have a fun afternoon.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Okay, that's us for the singles, at least for now. Just a reminder to stay with us throughout the day. We're going to have more matches coming up. Thanks so much for watching.